Boomerang. I've played with boomerangs before, but the only thing I've been able to get to return is the familiar stench of failure and disappointment. However, I'll take it for granted that a sufficiently experienced boomerangeur can get one to come back. I find it a little harder to accept that someone could throw a boomerang, have it hit a switch and come back, but I can manage it. However, when Link throws his boomerang, it zooms out, scoops up a gem like a catering server grabbing a fresh tray of pomegranate duck mini tostadas, and it zooms back to his waiting hands, I feel like I'm living in a fantasy world with princesses and magical fairies. So I guess that's okay. B. Grappling hook. I love the idea of a grappling hook. I'm not normally a fan of grappling, but when a hook gets involved, I'm all over it. Unfortunately, Link's grappling hook has some sort of daredevil rights management that makes it incompatible with anything other than Ganon Co. Limited official licensed grappling surfaces. You're going through adventures and there's all sorts of interesting branches and ledges mocking you, but you're only allowed to grapple what the man wants you to. You can also grab gems and stuff, but dude, I've got a boomerang for that. C+. Bow and arrow. I don't have a problem with the bow and arrow. I do have a problem with Link's quiver capacity. I also have a problem saying Link's quiver capacity. It makes me feel funny. But this isn't about me. The problem with Link's quiver capacity is that it starts out at about 10 arrows in a lot of games, which means that you're fighting this boss monster with a giant juicy eye, but you're having to run around breaking pottery in order to find the arrows within. I bet Legolas and Green Arrow laugh at Link all the time over this, in spite of them wearing similarly goofy outfits. C. Bombs. Bombs are good. Bomb plants, however, I love. They have these plants that grow bombs, and then when you pluck a bomb, they grow another bomb. I guess they're perennials. I've actually been thinking of growing my own bomb plant in my backyard garden because, you know, these days, supermarket bombs are all hard and they're pale, and they don't have that real bomb flavor. You haven't lived until you've tasted a warm, fresh bomb straight from your backyard garden. Or I guess you have lived until then. A. Sword. I almost forgot that one. Link has a sword. Half the orcs in Azeroth have a sword. The little dot guy from Adventure has a sword. Link eventually upgrades to the Master Sword, which sounds like a brand of infomercial cutlery. I mean, think of other magical sword names. Excalibur, Andúril, the Sword of Omens. Master Sword. It would have been a lot better if they'd used my magical sword name, Bladula. D. D. D? C. C.